Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Olivia. I have autism, ADHD, OCD, and as well as that, I have a variety of mental health diagnoses. So today I will be talking about signs of autism in girls, or assigned female at birth. My pronouns are she, they. And yeah, let's get into the video. So number one, one sign of autism in girls is preferring not to be touched. So any type of physical touch is just uncomfortable. Above all, I would prefer not to be touched, but if I'm going to be touched, I prefer heavy, deep pressure instead of a light, gentle touch. But that's just me. Everyone is a little bit different in that area. Number two, avoiding or struggling with eye contact. So girls are more likely to attempt to maintain eye contact to appear neurotypical, but we still struggle and are very uncomfortable with it. Number three, unusual attachment to objects and toys. So, and personifying objects and toys. So for example, I have a teddy bear that I've had since I was since I was born, and I still sleep with him every night, and that's an unusual attachment. Like, I bring him, if I sleep over at a friend's house, like, I bring him with me. Like, he goes everywhere I go. And I also have given him like a personality of his own. Like, he feels upset if I leave him behind. Like, it's not just me being upset that he's not there. So weirdly, just giving him like a personality, not weirdly, but just giving him a personality. Side note, I'm trying to be gentle with myself and not use words like weird and like odd and things that have negative connotations to them towards myself, and traits that are just me being me. Number four, echolalia, or repeating sounds and phrases. So for me, this is like, if a microwave beeps, I'm gonna make the same noise the microwave does. If someone like bends over and makes a weird noise when they bend over, I'm gonna repeat that noise. Or one of the sounds that I often repeat is a specific sound from a TikTok, and I'll always repeat it, and like, people are often like annoyed because I repeat it so much. Another example of echolalia is just phrases, so like other people's catchphrases, like from TV, or lines and stuff from shows, just repetition of that stuff. Sign of autism in females. Number five, being a picky eater or unusual response to foods, sounds, or tastes. So sensory processing disorder will affect your taste buds, your hearing, your sight. So sensitivity to light, sensitivity to sound, unusual reactions to those things. For example, when I was in high school, I always thought it was like some kind of trauma response, but I don't remember having any trauma to do with fire and fire alarms, so I didn't know why I was acting the way I was. But every time a fire alarm would go off, I would have a panic attack, and that was like an autistic reaction. That was my sensory processing disorder, and it was sending me into autistic meltdowns, and I thought that I was just having like panic attacks, but they weren't. Now looking back, they weren't what a textbook panic attack was. So yeah, so those are the 5 signs of autism in girls. And now let's get into why it's often misdiagnosed in girls. So the number one main reason why autism is misdiagnosed in girls or people who are assigned female at birth is that we tend to mask. So girls are more self-aware and will attempt to fit in and appear neurotypical and try to appear normal and hide our autistic traits to appear not autistic. And often it begins subconsciously, and we're aware that we are different from others and we don't totally understand why, but we know that we want to fit in. We have a desire to fit in with everyone else, so we will suppress our traits to seem like everyone else, and we will have, in social settings, we will make ourselves a part of a group without necessarily socializing or doing anything to actively be a part of the group. So it appears like we're social and it appears like we have lots of friends, when really we don't have those friendship making skills. So it gets misdiagnosed because we don't appear autistic because we are hiding our traits. Number two, most research on autism, it's becoming more researched in girls and assigned female at birth now, but a lot of the research for autism was done in boys, and a lot of medical professionals believe the myth that autism is only in boys. So a lot of the people who are giving out diagnoses are under the impression that girls can't be autistic, so they aren't going to diagnose a female with autism. And number three, mental illness and personality disorders have symptoms common with autism, so those often in girls will get diagnosed first, because girls will attempt to maintain eye contact and attempt to be social. They don't have the main indicators of autism. So they're gonna be diagnosed with personality disorders and mental illness often before the autism gets diagnosed, or sometimes the autism never gets diagnosed. So for me personally, I was diagnosed with depression, social anxiety, and general anxiety disorder when I was in grade 9. I was diagnosed with ADHD and borderline personality disorder just this year, and I'm getting my autism assessment, an official diagnosis, sometime coming up. Like, I've started the process. Right now I am self-diagnosed because I'm saving up for an official diagnosis because they are very expensive. But yeah. And number 4, boys tend to act out, whereas girls tend to act in. So a boy would, if he was feeling upset or having a meltdown, it would look more like aggression or outward anger, an outburst, where females with autism, girls with autism, will repress and like bury those feelings, and we're more likely to deal with self-injurious behavior and bottle it up and take it out on ourselves versus taking it out on others. And yeah, so those are 5 signs of autism in girls and why it is often misdiagnosed. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you guys next time.